GTA 6 is in danger. As time passes, we just get more and more information that seems to be extremely damaging for the outcome of GTA 6 and how good the game will be. We have a lot of information to go around, and obviously, Woke is currently a major concern with what's going to happen with the fate of GTA 6, Rockstar, and whatnot. Unhinged GTA 6 employees make death threats and being diversity hires. And this is obviously a big one. Developers, employees wish death on the Trump family and publicly advocate grooming children. Yeah, all of this sounds pretty bad, but it's just the start because things can always get worse. Now, there is still a chance that GTA 6 is not going to be woke, but there is a chance that GTA 6 is not gonna be the best thing ever because of a lot of things. And here are a couple of the biggest red flags that I can currently find about GTA 6. Now, this is your typical screenshots of developers just being, well, not developers and cultured warriors with a bias. We're not going to be on this too long because it's honestly not that interesting, but what is extremely interesting is the people that are currently being exposed as anti-gamers and anti a lot of things that we typically value. And one of the big ones is Alyssa Powerly, who I can only assume is Austin's Power something, and she is the biggest problem, potentially. Senior talent acquisition specialist. Because if you know the story of Vulcan Gaming, and Vulcan companies in general, it all started from HR. And talent acquisition specialists are effectively HR. Because all these people with degrees in tribal gender dance studies, the only jobs that they can really get that are actually even remotely good are pretty much exclusively in HR. And considering these people are people who care more about politics than actually doing a good job, who care about people's political positions more than anything, and people who think that anyone who does not think like themselves is a bad human being that should be removed from this planet. Well, when you get all of these people in HR, and they are the ones that have a huge say in who gets hired, especially in the biggest companies where they are literally responsible for who gets hired. Well, the fact that you are senior talent acquisition specialist is a woke lunatic can actually raise a couple of problems. And then we have other things like another talent acquisition specialist, at least in this situation, is not the senior. And considering, well, 2 points kind of make a line here, and we know where lines lead. They lead in one direction. We can kind of already guesstimate how bad it is how bad it is at Rockstar's HR department, what kind of people are being hired. Because keep in mind, these people are visible from a mile away. Someone hired them, which means the whole HR department most likely is filled with people who care more about messaging and political stances than actually making games or making good things in general. So this by itself is a huge problem because, well, do we trust anyone who has extremely strong political leanings and biases to actually make a good product? No. No, we call that a failure. And it seems that Rockstar is currently, well, it has a major problem, especially obviously in the HR department, because most likely it's full of people like this who care only about politics. And then we have this, which literally happened not too recently ago, yesterday effectively. Rockstar Games reportedly asked GTA 6 writers to be less crude towards transgender people and other minorities. Yeah, this is something bad. Now, obviously, GTA has always been crude against everyone. That's one of the big charms about GTA because it does wild stuff. Now, to be fair, the wild stuff has always been wrangled in because GTA is definitely the type of game where you expect to find a mission where you put on a Klansman mask and do a couple of bad deeds, but it has not happened in any games. So there always are breaks for this thing, but the fact that they are now lowering the bar to the point where you just need to be in general less screwed towards a specific group of people means that this will definitely 100% impact the writing. Because remember, your highest bar is only as high as your lowest bar. And that is true for writing, making stuff, and whatnot. It's true for absolutely everything. So, the moment you have crippling limitations on one aspect of your writing, that is going to impact everything. So, considering this seems true with all the sources and whatnot, we have a problem, boys. We have a big problem. According to new reports, Rockstar Games has asked writers in GTA 6, the next installment of the Grand Theft Auto series, to be less screwed towards transgender people and minorities, a change up from the previous games, including the latest Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 5. Imagine GTA 5 if they would be less screwed about some certain aspects of the game. Not even all, but just some certain aspects of the game. How about Trevor? Let's make him less screwed because he's just offensive, right? Imagine how worse the game would be. Because the dynamic between Trevor... I forgot the other names of the characters. Jesus. Now I'm spacing out, but you can fill. I never played GTA Online, but I did love the story, okay? It was great. In any case, imagine just one of those characters that they needed to make them less offensive, less whatever, okay? Instantaneously, the whole story would be worse. And I don't think anyone's even trying to actually dispute that. You probably all agree with that, because it's pretty obvious that would be the outcome of the case. And now they specifically asked this, and we don't know how much is less, considering you're talking about, a group of minorities that literally are threatening to exit the server on the most minorest of things on a regular basis. So what means less is, it can mean a lot of things. Less could actually be a lot in this case. In any ways, the article continues. The reports come the way of Bloomberg and specifically Jason Schreier, everyone's favorite Jason Schreier, one of the best sources in the industry. Now, you may hate Jason Schreier, and so do I, but he is a good source when it honestly comes to these sort of things. And a source who has been proven reliable when it comes to both Rockstar games and Grand Theft Auto 6. The report doesn't elaborate on why Rockstar has asked its writers to make this change, or what type of material impact it has on the game's development. All that it is specifically claims is that Rockstar is asking its writers to be less screwed towards transgender people and minorities, the common target of throwaway gags in previous versions. I honestly don't remember any throwaway gags at these group expenses, but again, that's why I don't think they honestly are targeted here. This is why I think this is a bigger issue than this may actually lay on. Beyond this, the report mentions... Also, wait a minute. Where are my ads? I wanted to talk about this. Oh, here they are. Oh, there they are back. Okay, listen. Google, YouTube. This is a shoe. No idea why it's offering me women's shoes, and I don't even know what the hell this is. Maybe a Christmas decoration? Or maybe it goes in your behind. No clue. And previously this was something else, and now it looks like a aloe vera something cream. How bad, boys, how bad is this site? It's comic books. Is this a bad site or what? Because here we go. The ads are back. These ads are wild. Like, what is this even supposed to be? Does anyone know what this is supposed to be? Oh, here we go. Some kind of spray tan or whatever. which, yes, maybe I should use, but whatever. Completely wild. Okay, back to the article. Um, There we go. Beyond this, the report mentions the game has not been in development for as long as people think. The full development only began in 2018, which is actually not even that long of a time considering most AAA games, especially GTA 6, which is gonna be a 1 billion plus in expenses game, by the way. Record holder. Considering most games currently are roughly 400 million. Admittedly, none of this includes marketing, and the GTA marketing is going to be beyond crazy. Once Red Dead Redemption 2 was released, despite this, it appears the GTA 6 release day is still on track to release on holiday 2025, which is pretty cool, as the reports make no mention of a delay. Meanwhile, it is said the game will feature significant online mode, which also, by the way, is a huge red flag, but admittedly, we kind of expected this, because GTA 5 is still making so much money a day, it's insane. Okay, shot cards not banning cheaters, the list continues. GTA 5 is a money printing machine. And that is considering, by the way, the fact that the GTA 5 did have an online mode when it launched, which was kind of really bad, but afterwards it actually became good and people started playing it. It was too late for me at that point, so I didn't really play it, but it was to be expected that GTA 6 is going to have a huge online component, considering GTA 5 refused to make expansions for the base game just because the online stuff made so much more money. And that is extremely sad, by the way. We missed out on potentially 5, or was it 6 or 7 expansions for GTA 5? Real story by DLC expansions. We missed out on that because the amount of money that they would gain from sales of the expansions would they thought was not going to be worth it to justify the cost of making it. Considering you make like one shitty card in GTA Online and all the Zoomers are buying shot cards and they're making billions. Okay. So it was expected that GTA 6 is going to have a huge online element, obviously, that it's going to be one of the in-baked things that they are already looking at. Of course, take this report with a grain of salt. While Bloomberg and Jason Schreier are both reliable and reputable sources, this is not official information. It most likely is. It just makes sense. When you don't make expansions for a game that would sell like hotcakes, just because it makes so little financial sense to just releasing a new goddamn car or a bike in the shop in GTA Online, that tells you all you need to know. Sad, I know, but it is what it is, boys. And, well, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be wild. It is gonna be wild. Also, there's more stuff of this. Again, the devs, obviously, a lot of them are insane. We're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens with GTA. Is it gonna be woke? I personally think that there's still a good possibility that's not gonna be super woke. It's not gonna be super woke. It's gonna be. There's gonna be. I think this was my initial theory. GTA as a series has always represented real life. GTA 2, elves impersonators. GTA 3, mobs and shit like that. GTA 4, bowling. GTA 5, consolidated criminal elements that are going the way of actually being legit, and corrupt government officials. So GTA 6, obviously we have seen the trailers, we know that it also is supposed to actually represent the current environment and culture of things. So I do think that GTA 6 could probably actually hire Sweet Baby Inc. and actually get good use of it. That there are like missions where you need to do super vogue bullshit and it doesn't make any sense, because again, GTA always represents culture, and woke is a huge part, especially of the gaming culture. So GTA 6 will default have representations of woke inbuilt into it, but it's most likely going to be a huge gag. But now, with all of these reports surfacing and whatnot, it's hard to tell how much the vote will actually impact it. And if it will, this is going to be probably the first GTA ever that doesn't actually represent the current culture when it was released, which would be insane. No matter what happens, even if GTA gets leaked as the most woke shithole ever, it's still gonna probably sell 1 billion copies day one. I mean, it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah. What's your opinion on this? Have a nice day. Bye bye.